I was one of my patients. I have ruined my life, but I've been able to come back. From Mexico to Malaysia, from the UK to the US, people find us. All bets are off. So there's a bankruptcy case that we have to take care of. And also, there is now a criminal charge against him because ostensibly he got the money fraudulently because all the forms he filled out to get the money from the credit cards, from the banks, all filled out illegally.
So what's the worst case scenario for Derek?
I think, depending on what kind of judge and what kind of crown we get, I think that he could possibly be facing 3, 4, 5 months of jail and then several hundred hours of community service, which in my opinion won't do him any good,
right.
Won't do the state any good. I think what he needs is to see a therapist once or twice a week, not necessarily me, anybody, and realize what he did was wrong, because sitting in jail, being intimidated, ruining the family, having his 2 kids not have a dad around anymore, his wife being on her own, that's not what I think jail is for. So I'm going in there in a couple of weeks when he has his case to try and explain that to the judge, and hopefully she'll have a bit of remorse for him and his family, that she will allow him to not go to jail but be under the guidance and tutorship of a therapist such as myself. Hi, and welcome to The Winning Hand. I'm Howard Riback, and thank you for betting on yourself. Welcome back, everybody, to a program we're calling The Winning Hand. It's a show about gambling addiction, and all the stories and all the nonsense that go with it. I myself am a former gambler, a former addict, proud to say. Not so proud to say, but I am former, so I guess it's better than being a current gambler. Does that make sense? I don't know. Why not? We're on the net. We can say what we want, right? I don't gamble anymore. There you go. It's about a student that pleaded guilty to bank robbery. We'll call him Mr. X. That a former student of a local university pleaded guilty to charges that he robbed his local bank in December prior to Christmas. His father, meanwhile, said his son was using his own money for online gambling and became very desperate as he began to lose wads and wads of money until his bank account was literally cleaned out. The younger son pleaded guilty in a court yesterday to robbery as a felony in the first degree. He'll be sentenced in August of this coming year in 2009. He did get $2,000 in cash from the teller, and he left. Living in a city of 2,100 people, he was picked up 12 minutes later. The money was used to pay back local loan sharks to feed his gambling habit. How pathetic is that? That story is echoed every day around the world by men and women, young and old, of every socio-economic background you can possibly think of. It is everywhere, and it's an industry the size of which is so large that it's not going anywhere. I have numbers here that show that gambling today in Canada alone, the amount of dollars spent on gambling exceed money spent on restaurants, on movies, on shows, on any kind of entertainment in totality. More money spent on gambling. What an industry. And just want you to know, if nothing else, you are far from alone in this world of gambling. Far, far from alone. Join me. Tell people about the show. I can relate.